Is David. I'm one of the wildlife care specialists right here at historic Wegeforth Bowl. And I'm here to tell you that the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance is committed to saving species worldwide by uniting our expertise in animal care and conservation science with our dedication to inspiring a passion for nature. We integrate wildlife health, care, science, and education to develop sustainable conservation solutions. Our conservation efforts are focused in 8 conservation hubs all across the world. These are geographic regions where we think we can make the greatest impact. Those hubs are the Pacific Islands, Southwest, Amazonia, oceans, African forest, savanna, Asia, and the Australian forest. Because first and foremost, we believe that conservation starts with the connection that we make with people and wildlife every single day. That's exactly what we hope to do. Are you all ready to meet some wildlife?
Yes.
Lovely little Wednesday group. All right, we're going to start with our Amazonia Conservation Hub, where the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance and our allies focus our work on wildlife like the Andean bear, the jaguar, New World monkeys, and plant life like the beautiful orchid. Now this next colorful group definitely need the trees of the Amazon to survive. Please put your eyes to the skies as we welcome in our beautiful free-flighted flock of macaws. First, we have our blue and gold macaws. That is Sierra and Azul. Now, all of the macaws that we work with, we do an opening ceremony at 9 a.m. where we let our free-flighted flock fly free every morning also. Swooping on in, we have our beautiful scarlet macaws. This is Cielo and Sol. And finally, Diego, our bachelor. He is a green-winged macaw. Now, unfortunately, almost every species of macaw is endangered. So oftentimes, we could ask, how can we help beautiful wildlife like the macaw? Well, you can use your purchasing power. One of the ways you can use that power is by looking at different wood or paper products and looking for logos on it. One of the logos is the FSC logo, the Forestry Stewardship Council logo. Looks a lot like that right there. That means the wood and paper products were made in such a way that it does not take away from wildlife like the macaw. Because unfortunately, we are losing a lot of their homes for different crops that we like wood and paper products. So, by using our purchasing power, we can make sure the tree that they like to live in is there for them at the end of the day. Well, looks like they flew on out of here. So once again, that was our free-flighted flock of macaws.
Yeah.
I always have to check over my shoulder. Sometimes Diego likes to stay out here the whole time. All right, next up, we are going to talk about our One Health approach to saving species worldwide, because people, the environment, and wildlife are all interconnected. Wildlife can only thrive when all life thrives. That's the core of our mission and the thread that runs through all of our conservation efforts. And no species better represents that than some of our top predators. And this next beautiful girl that we're going to bring out here definitely fits that mark. This is Einstein, and she is our Eurasian eagle owl. And yes, they are top predators. Owls are built for eating all sorts of things that we might not necessarily like mice, rats, even rabbits from time to time. They are a cleanup crew out there. Now, Einstein here, we've had her ever since she was a gray little floof ball.
More time there
where
than
we were blessed with her presence. And we decided to name her Albert Einstein. Well, once she becomes sexually mature, she laid an egg, and we realized Albert probably isn't a good first name. So now she is dubbed Einie. And every time we come in the morning, she gives us little hoots and screams. She is quite adorable. You might hear her when she's out here. She likes to use her voice for sure. Now she is a top predator. She has adaptations all over her body to help give her that title. First and foremost, she's a Eurasian eagle owl. They get that eagle name from those talons. Now, her care specialist has to wear a very thick leather glove to help protect her hands from the sharp talons, but also the pressure that comes from those feet.
I'd help him with
a snack. The amount of pressure they exert could pop a car tire. So quite strong feet there. Now, they also have amazing eyesight. Now, you can see her eyes right here. They're quite large. You're actually seeing the smallest part of her eyeball. They're kind of shaped like an old school light bulb. So that is the plug-in end, and then the bulb part is inside their head. So they're really, really large. So with that, they're not able to turn their eyes in their sockets. They're not able to roll their eyes like a lot of teenagers do. So thankfully, they have double the vertebrae in their necks, so they're able to turn almost 270 degrees. So we as humans have 7 vertebrae. They have 14 vertebrae. So they are literally able to look over this shoulder and look over that shoulder behind them if we were to equivalent it to us. Now, they also have really great hearing. Those 2 little floofs on the top of her head are not her ears. She's part of the great horned owl family, so that's why she has those. Her ears are quite different than ours. We have symmetric ears, they have asymmetric ears. So that she has one about here and about one down here. So very, very different. It helps so that they can triangulate sound and literally pinpoint where their prey items might be. It's said that they can hear a mouse's heartbeat 1 feet under the snow. So that's how great that hearing is. Now, my favorite adaptation is the fact that they have silent flight. So, you literally cannot hear them coming. You can see her feathers if you're close up. They're a little different than other birds' feathers. They kind of look like they're frayed at the end. I like to say it kind of looks like split ends. That helps so that the air flows right through them and you cannot hear their wing flaps. It's pretty awesome. So they have amazing feet that can crush their prey. They have that great eyesight as well as the hearing above everything. And of course, you can't hear them when they are flying, making them a top predator. Einstein did absolutely amazing out here. So once again, our beautiful Eurasian eagle owl, Einstein. All right, to introduce our next couple of ambassadors, I'm gonna hand things on over to Tony.
And hi everyone, how are we doing? Are we enjoying our presentation so far?
Oh yeah.
Alright, well I am very excited to introduce our next couple ambassadors, and our next one is actually going to represent our One Health approach to saving species all around the world, and that is going to be the domestic dog. Now dogs have a long history with humans, and today they continue to have an important place in our lives as they become service animals, maybe help out in the military or law enforcement, and they're even giving us a hand right here in conservation. Now they're utilized for a superpower, which of course is their amazing sense of smell. Canines can smell up to 100,000 times stronger than our own. So to demonstrate this ability, we have hidden a scented item somewhere out here for our sniffer dog, Elvis, to locate. Do you all want to see him do this?
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna have to help him out and make a lot of noise because he loves a crowd. Let's welcome out the one, the only, it's Elvis. All right, here he is. So he is on the move. He is looking for a lemon scent. That is what he is trained to find. Oh, we're doing the shortcut today. I like it. All right, he is back on the trail. So we do this almost every single day, and he always
with Victoria.
finds it. We have yet to stump him, so we will see how quickly he can find this item. Oh, and I actually see it. I think he's close. Nope. Back over here. Close. Almost. Gotta look up. There we go. Nicely done, buddy. So Elvis demonstrated what canines can do. They can find an item in minutes where it might take us humans maybe hours or days to locate. So you might have noticed he found a stuffed koala, and that represents some of our conservation work that we have done in the past over in Australia. If anybody remembers those big mega fires of 2019 and 2020, well, there was a koala sniffing dog named Smudge that helped locate any displaced or injured koalas. Now right here in our backyard, the Southwest Conservation Hub, we have utilized a team of canines called the Frog Dog Team, and they have helped scientists locate the endangered mountain yellow-legged frog. Now one of my favorite facts about that Frog Dog Team is that one of the dogs is a Chihuahua mix, so it just goes to show any size canine can help out in conservation. Now if you do not know Elvis, he is kind of a big deal around the zoo here. He is 9 years old, he is a half lab, half golden retriever, and before he came to live with us here at Wegeforth Bowl, he was training to be a guide dog. And now we don't like to say he failed that program, but he did not pass that program. He is just way too food motivated to safely guide somebody, but that is okay. So he does have another role here at Wegeforth Bowl as he is a companion to a South African cheetah named Alunga. Now Elvis and Alunga have been paired together since they were only a few months old, and Elvis really took that role as a surrogate sibling. So they pretty much do everything together. They go on walks, they hang out, They do everything but eat, because remember, Elvis would steal all of her food, not the other way around. And with that, it looks like Elvis is gonna head on back to his cheetah. Let's give it up for him. He did a great job out here. Okay, so I'm very excited about our next couple ambassadors, as they are also going to be representing our One Health approach to saving species all around the world. And they do this by being a keystone species.
Oh yeah?
Not only that, we are going to see the largest canine species in the world. You all are going to be welcoming out part of our Wegeforth Bowl
Beckworth.
pack.
Shasta.
Now I want to do a little bit of introduction.
They spend more time there than here.
So the first wolf you see in the darker coat, that is Beckworth, and right next to him is his sister Shasta. They are about 3 years
David
old.
and Shasta.
Now we do have
Melissa and
another
Beckworth.
member of the wolf pack that
More
lives
time
here at
there.
Wegeforth Bowl, and that is their uncle Shadow. He is 11 years old. Now they are a true family unit. They were born over at a conservation facility over in Nevada that really focuses on wolf species, education, and making sure we preserve the wolf species as well. So that is exactly what they are helping us out with here today. Now, they are much different than Elvis, the domestic dog that you might have seen. Now, Beckworth here is going to be the largest member of our pack. He weighs right around 115 pounds. His sister Shasta, she's a little bit smaller. She's right around 80 pounds, but don't let that fool you. She is in charge of the boys of the wolf pack here. Now, right now, they have their winter coats, so they actually look much more fluffier in the winter time. They have a thick coat to keep them nice and warm and insulated. But in the summertime, when it gets nice and hot, they actually lose a lot of that coat. And if you come back and see them in the summer, they actually look much,
She
much
put some
smaller.
scent on there.
Now, you might see here, we are putting out some different scent items over on our logs here, and Shasta is starting to rub on them, and that is a natural behavior. That is called scent rolling. So wolves do this for a couple different reasons. They might do this when they find something that they want to communicate and bring back to their pack. So they will roll in it, cover their body in that smell, and then bring it back to communicate, hey, look what I found. Now, they might also do this behavior before they go hunting, right? Because when you're a wolf, you don't necessarily want to smell like a wolf. You kind of want to cover up your scent to hopefully help you be more successful. Now, wolves are going to be pack animals. As I mentioned, they are very social. The number of the pack members can depend on a couple different things. It could depend on the territory. Do they have enough space, enough land, and the resources, food available? So that will determine what size pack is available. Now, wolves, they actually kind of have a bad rap. We might have heard the story of the big bad wolf or that wolf's howl at the moon, things like that. But they're actually very shy and non-confrontational animals. They actually want to avoid humans as much as possible. So even though they have a bad rap, they are actually vital for our ecosystem. So I mentioned they're a keystone species. Has anybody heard of this term before? A couple people. So if you haven't, what this means is that these species are vital for a healthy ecosystem. And without them in that ecosystem, it could collapse entirely. Now, we have seen this in Yellowstone when they introduced wolves back into Yellowstone back in the 90s. It actually helped the ecosystem. And they do this by keeping other wildlife in check. So all the grazers, we want to make sure their populations aren't moving out of control. That way there's enough vegetation and resources for all other animals. So it is quite a symbiotic relationship that happens over there. And it looks like our wolf pack, oh, they're still out here. They might head on back. But that was Shasta and Beckworth. We can give them a nice low clap. And if you're sitting, you can just sit down. That way she's nice and comfortable. Thank you so much. Well, here at the San Diego Zoo, we are creating a world where all life thrives, and never has this been more important. As first responders in the field, we are there applying a century's worth of knowledge to global conservation challenges. Now, we collaborate, innovate, and we hope to inspire to help people and wildlife thrive together for a healthy planet. Now, conservation is at the heart of everything we do, but we, of course, can't do it alone. We need dedicated allies like all of you. So you can join us here at the San Diego Zoo by becoming a member. You can volunteer your time or your knowledge, or you can even partner with us with some of our bigger conservation projects. Your help can never be understated, because when wildlife thrives, all life thrives. Thank you all so much for coming out and enjoying us here at Wegeforth Bowl. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.